2 things you should do if you never want to be tired again in the wrestling match. Well, actually probably 3. One would be not getting so worked up and stressed out before the match that you have that chemical dump of stress hormones, right? Once that happens, I mean, no amount of conditioning can save you. So that would be number 1. Number 2 would be, there are humans who have pushed themselves so hard physically that they can run 150 miles nonstop on these foot races through the mountains in the desert. So a human can do that. And there's 50, 60-year-old men and women doing it. So can you push yourself physically hard enough that you can, pick up a couple 100 pounds, 300 pounds on a deadlift? Sure you can. If you put in the time and effort. Can you push yourself so that you can wrestle very hard for 6 minutes? Sure you can. They're running 150 miles through the desert nonstop. So, sure you can. Maybe the reason you get tired, as long as your mental game is in place, might just be because you're training for a 6-minute match. You're not training for a 12-minute match, a hard 10-minute match. You should be training for that, okay? And that's the reason your quality of life and your functional level of fitness is better when you lift weights. Because, when are you going to have to curl 80 pounds for 3 or 4 sets of 10? Probably never, right? You pick up a bag of dog food or whatever, right? You pick it up once. So you're training for this, but in your daily life, you're operating at such a level below what you put yourself through in the gym that there's an excess, there's a reserve. So it's psychological too, but it's also physical, and it's also, endurance-wise. There is a reserve there. You have a built-in a reserve. Some of us haven't trained in such a way that we're building in a reserve sort of gas tank. So train for a 10 to 12 a war, and I guarantee you, that 6-minute match, 7 minutes in college, that 6-minute match will seem like nothing. Last thing I would say would be to, make sure that your nutrition is on point, especially post weigh-in. Your nutrition. We like, carbohydrate drinks. It's a powder form you get on Amazon. You can get pretty much a year's worth of supply for like $30. But you want to sip on that during the day and have that after weigh-ins. And anytime you're pulling your weight down, then you can't put too much back on because you're pulling. You pull down, put some back, pull down, put some back, pull down, stay there, pull off that last pound, make weight, put it all back, right? Check out our YouTube playlist on weight loss. It'll blow your freaking mind, change your career. But when you put that weight back on or after weigh-ins, you want to make sure there's ample amounts of carbohydrate, because that's what your body utilizes. And my nephew's been doing protein shakes with carbohydrate powder, the non-flavored kind, mixed in. You have some rehydrate powder that you put in there too. So now we're just killing 3 birds with 1 stone, right? And if you get the weight gainer, because you need calories, it's the weight of the food that is the issue that late in when you're pulling off weight, putting some back. All right, you want calories, so you don't want skim milk. You want whole milk. You put 2 scoops of this weight gainer at 650 calories. 50 grams of protein. So since I can only put 2 pounds back on because I lost 5 and I put 2 pounds back, and now I'm 3 lighter than where I started. I wake up, I lose a pound at night, maybe go pee in the morning, there's another pound off. Now I'm 4 pounds lighter than I started, and I'm pulling myself down. But I was able to put 1,500 calories and a bunch of carbs and electrolytes and protein, and just sheer calories and even some fat too back in my system just through that one shake. So certain times of the year, those weight gainer shakes are pretty important as well, not just the protein shakes. So there's a little trick too. So sometimes we don't have energy in matches or through practice because we're not feeding ourselves, and so that's kind of a cool trick that can help too. Subscribe to this YouTube, subscribe to it, hit the thumbs up, share it. Check us out on, you should go to purlerwrestling.com. there's 10 programs there that you can build your whole career. You almost don't need to go anywhere but with PurlerWrestling.com, and that's a big statement, but it's a fact. We got kids flying in from Alaska and Hawaii, even Canada, just for a weekend. Just for a weekend to train with us at my large training center north of St. Louis, Missouri. We have a couple hundred bunk beds, kitchen. We have 3 wrestling rooms. They come from everywhere. So go to PurlerWrestling.com. Online academy, competition camps, summer camps. Those 3 things will change your mind, change your career. Good luck.